Hi everyone, here is where we stand on inflation as of July 2025. Headline inflation has dropped again now, down to 12.1% from 13.7% in June. That's the seventh month in a row we have seen a year-on-year decline in inflation. In fact, inflation is now at its lowest level since October 2021. If you are wondering about what year-on-year inflation means, it compares prices today to where they were 12 months ago. So overall, prices are still rising, but much more slowly than before. Now, looking at what changed just in the last month, what we call month-on-month inflation, prices went up 0.7% between June and July. It's a minor bump, yet households still notice it. Let us talk food inflation now. It is still the biggest pressure point. Food inflation is at 15.1%, even though it dropped slightly from June. Prices rose 0.6% between June and July, especially for items like pork, shrimps, yam, pineapple, and ginger. On the other hand, there is progress in non-food inflation, covering items such as transport, utilities, household items. It dropped to 9.4%, finally hitting single digits. While some prices still edge up on month-on-month basis, the overall direction is positive. Now, local versus imported goods. Local inflation was 12.9%, still higher than 10.0% for imports. But here is what stands out. Imported inflation dropped by 2.5 percentage points, while local prices only eased by 1.1 percentage points. In fact, prices for local items rose by 0.9% month-on-month, compared to just 0.1% for imports. This tells us that global supply pressures are easing faster than local ones. Let us break it down further. Goods inflation. Items you buy like food, fuel, dropped to 14.2% in July, down from 16.2% in June, with a 0.5% rise between June and July. But services inflation, like transport, healthcare, dropped to 6.2%. Even so, service prices still rose 1.3% between June and July, meaning households are still seeing real costs add up. Let us zoom in on where price pressures are sharpest. Among the top 10 high inflation items, we've got ginger up by 128%, crab 69%, and big jumps in watermelon, coconut, oil, and cinema services. Even basic items like shea butter and avocado saw steep hikes. But the real drivers, the top 10 contributors to inflation, which account for over 35%, include items like smoked herrings, yam, ginger, vegetable oil, and electricity. These are the items people buy regularly, so even moderate price hikes have massive effect. Regionally, the story shifts again. Upper West tops the charts at 24.8% inflation, more than double the national average. Meanwhile, Central region is at just 7.7%, the lowest. This shows that one-size-fits-all solutions won't work. We need region-specific interventions. So where do we go from here? For households, shift spending towards affordable staples like cereals and legumes, and cut back on more volatile items like cooking oil and some proteins. Small energy-saving habits can also help lower bills. For businesses, sourcing materials locally and simplifying product lines can help protect against sudden cost spikes. For policymakers, the data is clear. Regional targeting is essential. One-size-fits-all approach won't work. Areas like Upper West need specific interventions, be it better logistics, supply chains, or targeted support. For students, analysts, and the public, keep asking the tough questions. Why? Who? And what is next? Here is the bottom line. Inflation is slowing. The path ahead looks more stable than it has in years. but food prices and regional disparities still demand attention. At the Ghana Statistical Service, we remain cautiously optimistic, and we stand ready to provide timely and relevant data to every household, every business, and every institution so that we can make smarter and more informed decisions. Thank you very much.